Alright, welcome to this next part. We're going to be building the fuselage structure. We're not going to glue anything together in this video. I'm just going to show you where all the parts are going to go, kind of how to assemble it, because the gluing is relatively easy. You just, wherever there's a connection between 2 points, you're going to add glue. But I want to show you that this can be fully assembled without any glue whatsoever. Everything will be friction fit. So we'll start with the main floor of the fuselage. This piece is the largest piece. And then we're just going to add some bulkheads in here. So the first ones, find the ones with the flat tops on them. There's 3. One is this, one is this, one is this. The backmost bulkhead is this one. You can't actually fit it through the bottom plate. The middle one is the one with these 2 tabs on it, and the front one is. So we're just going to start adding these bulkheads in. There's the middle one. In the back. Got those 3. Now you want to find the 3 similar ones that are like this. So I've got 3 here, but to show you they're all the same part. So I'm just going to slip these on. It's going to be the front 3. Be gentle with the wood. It's plywood, so it's tougher than balsa, but it's still, you can still break it. Because of how the laser cutter sometimes doesn't cut all the way through, some of the fits might be a little tighter than others. That's okay. If you have to force it just a little bit, that's fine. Just don't force it in a way that you're going to break it. All right, and this one I know is going to fall off, but it'll go like that. All right, so now we want to put in the side walls. Those are these pieces. So these pieces are exactly the same. Notice how one end has a flatter side than the other. This is the front end. So just to give you an idea, this is where the nose is going to go. This is where the tail is going to go. And these you just want to slide in place. And you'll start by sticking them into this back bulkhead here. It helps to have some other group members maybe help you align this so that you can, because everything kind of has to fit at the same time for everything to fit. But as you can see, you can't do it by yourself. It just is a little more challenging. And the other side. So what's happening here is this bottom floor is coming out a little bit. I'm just gonna make sure you push that in. It's got to be flat in order for this side to fit. This does not want to go in there. Let me turn it out. There we go. All right, and I'll put it back around to the orientation, nose, tail. All right, so we've got the sidewalls in. Now let's add some structure on the bottom. So flip it over. We want to put this piece, these 3 slots towards the back. Notice how I'm pushing up in the middle right here, so that I'm pushing the 2 things together. I'm not just hoping that if I push on one, it'll go in. Some of these things take a little bit of force. All right, now we want to put these in. And these, you can tell which way they go because of how the tabs look like they'll line up on these bulkheads. If you have it backwards, you can't actually line them up. So just kind of work it evenly. Some side might go in easier than another, but you want to get it to go in all at the same time so it doesn't get bent and then keep itself from going any further. Like what it's kind of doing right here. One side and the other side. So I put that side down too quickly, so then this side couldn't go down. And if you're really keen on noticing things, you'll notice there's a slight step up in this. And that's intentional. That's supposed to be there. We'll get to that and why that's there in later steps. But it should be apparent on both sides that there's a little bit of a riser. So you gotta make sure you push it in all the way in order to get that. Okay, got the bottom. Let's flip it back over. And let's just finish this box out. We're gonna do this top part. We need 4 of these pieces. And we'll need these 8 little eye pieces. So, the ones with the blind nuts, there's one, because these are mirrored pieces, there's one that's gonna go in one way and one that's gonna go in the other way. We wanna make sure that we're putting these in where the faces of the blind nuts are to the inside, like this. We also want to make sure that the 2 holes that are lower, right, closer to this bottom edge, are forward, towards the nose. So just like this. So we'll slot this in here. And then on the other one, same thing. The 2 lower holes closer to the nose, 2 higher holes closer to the back. Same thing. Just slot that in there like that. Okay, and then these pieces. These are just gonna fit in these little tab slots. They're all the same size. They're symmetric. So put them in just like this. There's no right way, wrong way, just this way. So do that on this side. And again, I want to make sure the two lower holes, these, are towards the front, so that these holes line up. Lines up. You do the same thing on the other side. Two lower holes. Start from one end, work towards the other. Wood is flexible. There we go. All right. So now we've pretty much got the center part done. Let's start looking at the nose. So you can build the nose entirely separate from the fuselage, which is I think what I'm gonna do. You're gonna need these parts. Very simple. This bulkhead goes on like that. This one is going to end up like this, but because there's no like real attachment for it, I'm just going to leave it off for right now. Actually, why don't we stick this one in a slot right there. This front plate with the blind nuts, you have to make sure that these blind nut faces are towards the inside of the plane. There's two little slots for that to fit in just like that. These triangles are used as support. You can just kind of maneuver those in there like that. All right, and then we're just going to slip this on top of that, like so. And that's the nose. This will go in the fuselage. Easiest to do like this. Move the camera around. Just sit it down right on top. Just like that. All right, so now let's focus on the tail. Move that back a little bit. So this is actually probably done best while on the fuselage. So I'm just going to put this right here. We have our carbon fiber tail spar. I just want to feed that through to the first bulkhead, stopping right there. Then, in the order that these are in size, they'll go on to the back. So we've got the largest one first, and the next one, and the next one, and the last one. All right. I'm going to take the plate that has the blind nuts on it, put those blind nut faces down, stick one into the back, and then this one into that one. And you can align this back face flush with the carbon fiber spar. Well, it's not really a spar, it's more of a structural element. All right, we've got that. Now, the easiest way to do this is to just flip it over. Make sure those bulkheads flip as well. And it should be flat across the top. This will make it easy. We want to take these pieces and they're going to basically align with these bulkheads. Make sure that this carbon fiber spar is not getting pulled out too much. Just move those into position. So that's one. And then see how this has a little piece that didn't quite get cut out. Just going to take a knife, X-Acto knife, whatever, and just get that out. Flip it back over. And the last piece is just going to go like that. Make sure that if you do this right, it should be flush on one end here, still flush on one end here. The bulkheads through the tail should be up and down. Everything here should be connected. So if you do everything right, you should end up with this fuselage. Two other pieces you might have still have on the table are these. One is going to be just glued to this face, like so. And I'll show you this in the next video, doing the stringers and the sheeting. And another one is going to be glued to this side. And this one will have to be modified a little bit because it's interfering with the spar right now.